Now I want to take care of short questions on partnership admission. They are given in section B. Observe them. Look at the first question. How a new partner can be admitted to an existing partnership firm? A new partner can be admitted in the existing partnership firm with the consent of all partners. Majority rule is not applicable. Suppose that there are 4 partners. Out of them, 3 says that 5th partner should be admitted. Then there is a majority of 3 partners. Even then, 5th partner cannot be admitted because it is not a unanimous decision. The other way to admit a new partner is always as per the agreement between the partners. Just look at the answer. The following are 2 ways as per Partnership Act. If all existing partners decide unanimously to admit a new partner, so new partner can be admitted always with the consent of all partners. If the provision is there in the partnership agreement or partnership deed for admission of a new partner, on the basis of this provision, a new partner can be admitted in the existing partnership firm. So these are the 2 modes, 2 ways by which new partner can be admitted. Now, next. Where do we record profit or loss on revaluation account, of revaluation account? Now see. We record profit of revaluation account to the credit side of partners' current capital account. Current account, if there are fixed and fluctuating capital, fixed and current account, or if there is only one type of capital account, then the amount is credited to partners' capital account. We record loss of revaluation account to the debit side of partners' current or capital account. So losses are debited to the partner's capital account. Gains and profits are credited to partner's capital account. This is how revaluation profit or loss gets recorded. Next. Cash brought in by a new partner as his share of goodwill is distributed to whom and in which ratio? Now observe. Cash brought in by a new partner as a share of goodwill is distributed to sacrificing partners, that is all partners who have sacrificed in profit sacrificing ratio. So goodwill brought by new partner is distributed between sacrificing partners in the proportion of sacrifice made by them in favor of a new partner. Next. Now, what is the formula for share sacrificed? The old share in profit of partnership minus new share in profit of partnership. Next. When memorandum revaluation account is prepared, now see. The memorandum revaluation account accounts for revaluation of assets and liabilities without changing book value of these assets and liabilities. Now, the purpose of memorandum revaluation account is to account for revaluations without changing the book value of assets and liabilities that has been revalued. And we require revaluation of assets and liabilities in case of partnership, at the time of reconstitution of firm, at the time of admission of a partner, at the time of retirement or death of a partner. So in all these 3 instances, we can go for memorandum revaluation account where we can account for changes in the value of assets and liabilities that has occurred without changing the book values of assets and liabilities. So, this can be prepared at the time of reconstruction of a firm, at the time of admission of a partner, or at the time of retirement or death of a partner. This is how, or these are the instances wherein memorandum revaluation account could be prepared. Next. At the time of admission of a new partner, which account is open to record changes in value of assets and liabilities? You know it. At the time of admission of a new partner, revaluation account, or the other name is profit and loss adjustment account, is open to record changes in the values of assets and liabilities. So there are two names. One is revaluation account, second is profit and loss adjustment account for this purpose. Which are the methods for recording goodwill at the time of admission of a new partner? There are two methods for recording goodwill at the time of admission of a new partner. One is premium method and second is revaluation method. Notice it. Next. In which ratio goodwill raised at the time of admission of a partner can be written off? Goodwill raised. Now it is to be written off. In which ratio? Remember. The goodwill raised at the time of admission of a partner can be written off in new profit sharing ratio of partners after admission. So new profit sharing ratio after admission is the appropriate ratio wherein goodwill written off gets recorded. How do we record in the books of firm goodwill privately paid by a new partner to old sacrificing partners? Now new partner paid goodwill privately to sacrificing partners. Private payment means partnership. Firm is not a party to the transaction. So this type of transaction can never be recorded in the books of the firm. Notice it. Goodwill privately paid by new partner to old sacrificing partners is not recorded in the books of firm as firm is not a party to the transaction. Next. If at the time of admission of a new partner sacrificing ratio or new profit sharing ratio is not given, then what will be the sacrificing ratio between the partners? So you are not given the specific details of sacrifice made by existing partners in favor of new partner. You are also not given the new profit sharing ratio that is agreed at the time of admission of a partner. In such situation, sacrificing ratio and the old profit sharing ratio of the partner is same. If at the time of admission of a new partner sacrificing ratio or the new profit sharing ratio is not given, then the sacrificing ratio between old partners will be same as old profit sharing ratio. So old profit sharing ratio becomes a sacrificing ratio. Next. If after admission of a new partner goodwill account is written off, then at which value goodwill will appear in the new balance sheet? Now goodwill account is written off. Then what new value will appear in the balance sheet? In balance sheet, goodwill account won't appear, or the value that is recorded for goodwill is nil. Notice it. If the goodwill account is written off after admission of a new partner, then no goodwill appears in the new balance sheet, that is balance sheet prepared after admission of a partner. Next. In which ratio profit or loss of the first part of memorandum revaluation account will be shared? Now see, the purpose of memorandum revaluation account is to account for changes in the value of assets and liabilities without changing the book value of assets and liabilities. So memorandum revaluation account prepared is in two parts. First part, all the changes in assets and liabilities are recorded, and whatever the profit or loss is there, that is distributed amongst old partners in the old ratio. Then in the second part, all the revaluation made in the first part are reversed. If the profit has occurred in the first part, then loss is the outcome in the second part, then that loss gets distributed in the new profit sharing ratio. And vice versa. If there is a loss in the first part of memorandum revaluation account, then there is a profit in the second part of memorandum revaluation account that gets distributed in the new profit sharing ratio. Notice it. The profit or loss of the first part of memorandum revaluation account will be shared in old profit sharing ratio, that is profit sharing ratio, before admission of a partner or before reconstruction of a partnership firm. Next, in which ratio profit or loss of the second part of memorandum revaluation account will be shared? As I told you, the profit or loss of the second part of memorandum revaluation account will be shared in the new profit sharing ratio, that is profit sharing ratio after admission of a partner. Next, when new partner does not bring cash for his share of goodwill, which method is used to record the value of goodwill? When new partner does not bring cash for his share of goodwill, revaluation method of goodwill accounting is used to record the value of goodwill. When new partner does not bring anything, goodwill is revalued, means increase in value or decrease in value. Both are to be accounted for, and increase in value is raised, decrease in value, goodwill written off, and the new value of goodwill is shown in the balance sheet. Then whatever the amount brought by the new partner for capital is credited to his capital account. He is not bringing anything for goodwill. So goodwill is raised or goodwill is revalued at the time of admission of a partner, when it does not bring specific amount for goodwill. Revaluation account is also known by another name. Give that other name, profit and loss adjustment account. Revaluation account is also known as profit and loss adjustment account. You know it now. How will you record the following transaction in the books of the firm? A and B are the partners. They admitted C as a new partner. Goodwill is revalued, and the new value of goodwill is less than its book value. New value is less than book value. So there is a decline in value of asset. Losses are debited to the partner's capital account in the profit sharing ratio. So here journal entry for that is his capital account debit, old partner A and B, his capital account debit, B's capital account debit to goodwill account credit. Next, what are the possibilities in valuation of goodwill at the time of admission of a new partner if goodwill appearing in the balance sheet is revalued? Now goodwill is revalued. What are the possibilities? There are three possibilities. There are three possibilities that may arise. One, the determined value of goodwill is equal to old disclosed value in the books of accounts equal to. First option. Determined value of goodwill is more than the old disclosed value in the books of accounts. And third, the determined value of goodwill is less than old disclosed value in the books of accounts. These are the three options which may occur when you try to revalue the goodwill that is there in the books. Now, I think you must have understood all these short questions. Thanks to all of you.